Hey there, my name is Pravus. Welcome back to more Hearts of Iron 4, The Great War, playing as Italy. And let's be honest, we single-handedly just took down Germany. I mean, that's not entirely true. We used the Allies as a giant wall of bodies, but besides that, with one really good strike force, we managed to bring the German Empire to its knees. They are down, and now we are going to be making some aggressive pushes against Austria-Hungary. I'm basically saying all hands on deck. At this point, I am willing to lose a load of folks if we have to. Let's go ahead and start taking these guys out as quickly as we can. So that's what we are doing now. Get all of our troops in position. I just need to find a single break in the mountains. If we can find that, we'll push down toward Budapest. In different directions, we'll start pushing up toward Graz and Salzburg and start making our way down toward Vienna. Anywhere you leave yourself an opening, we're going for it. And it looks like my allies have the same idea. Look at all the red across the board. They're attacking everywhere as well. Like, this is it. Everyone can sense the impending end of World War I. Alexa, when did World War I end?
The First World War ended on November 11th, 1918.
We're a year late? Aw, man. Here I was thinking that we actually were doing pretty good. We're not a full year late yet. We're actually just a few months late, but every month that goes by is just me failing. Hey, let's get that extra research slot. Those are usually pretty good, right? So yeah, I don't know. We're getting somewhere. We're doing things. We're making good progress, and I doubt that I'm going to get anywhere near as much war score as is deserved, considering how much I have contributed to the success of this war. But there you go. We're just going to hold on to whatever we can. Lithuania has capitulated. Hey, that's nice. All right, change of plans. They are resisting me too much over here. Let the Allies go deal with that. Instead, we now send you guys over here. And let's go for a quick offensive line basically down this direction. We'll just go ahead and start tightening the noose. If I'm not going to be able to punch through the middle, and I can't with heavy tanks and horses, let's just go where they're currently not really defending and then murder. Yeah? Yeah. I mean, they are trying to actively move troops over in this position, which I'm finding a little bit annoying, but whatever. Gosh dang, my puppy Gimli just will not shush. I don't know what's going on with him lately, but as he's getting older, he's starting to get a little bit more, I won't say territorial, though that's actually not too far off. I don't know, he's just getting more suspicious and feels the need to protect the home. Not territorial like he needs to defend it from us. You get the idea, though. He's just being a dog. It's just what some dogs do. But nonetheless, it's a little irritating. Keep pushing, don't stop, keep going, go, go. Wow, this is starting to sound a little bit wrong now, ain't it? You get the idea, though. Whatever. It's going to be fine. I forgot the United Baltic Duchy was involved in this war. They barely contributed a thing. The Allies are just about to go sweep right through them. This is not even going to be a thing for very long. And yeah, I'm not even going to really worry too much about... oh, we actually did get a pretty decent encirclement here, like 30 units or so being taken out over here. I'm not going to worry too much about micromanaging at this point. I mean, we should. That's technically the best way to play the game, is to micromanage every single tiny little thing. And never really bother making use of the front lines and offensive line mechanic, but like, that's boring, that sucks, that's lame, we don't like doing that. Oh, we are definitely making some serious progress, though. I mean, seriously, look at all the green now. You all suck! There's nothing you can do. We're gonna get up here pretty soon. Might as well just sit back and enjoy the show, yeah? Yeah. By the way, I apologize if the audio has been sounding a little bit off. I'm still trying to fine-tune this computer, and all my settings and a lot of things got kind of messed up, so I'm still working on that. Also sad about the lighting, though I think the lighting's not as bad as it could have been. This is the great thing about American daylight savings time. Like, you wake up, and it's actually a little bit bright, so it doesn't suck so much to go to work. But then you get home, and it's cold, and it's dark, and it sucks. That's a thing. Do we want to continue down the regimental combat teams? I think so. Make the support companies better, and sure, we'll go ahead and boost that up so it goes a bit faster. We already have another upgrade for some fighters coming up relatively soon. It is hilarious seeing Montenegro as such a powerhouse on this map over here, by the way. And how are we doing in Africa? I am shocked that the German Empire is still holding out here. Holy crud, what is wrong with you people? Good lord. Let's go ahead and research an upgrade for those tactical bombers, even though we did spend a lot of air experience on all of that. It is still probably worth trying to get some more upgrades. Where else can we go with all of our fighters? How about right here, since we apparently own this, and we'll start bombing the crud out of Czechoslovakia. That seems perfectly reasonable, sure. We've actually got a reasonable air force considering. It's not, you know, like UK or American levels of air force, but like, it's not insubstantial. It's certainly okay. So we're getting there. By the way, why did I get the option to force the Germans to have an armistice? Anyone know? Why did we get that option? We aren't the leader of the Entente. Maybe we could have, like, forced the Allies to try and be like, hey, please, can you end this war now, please? I don't want to be here. Or something. I like, by the way, that people are giving me some of the states based off of the claims that I took of this area. Thank you, Montenegro. Hey, look at that. We've got factories. Oh, wait, I can build more factories. Hang on. Where'd you all come from? I don't know, but I'm not complaining. Build more factories. Go, go, go. Oh, you can build factories down here, too. Yay. Yes, get all those factories going, because Italy obviously needs one heck of a war machine. We've lost a fair bit of manpower in this war, I am not gonna lie. We've lost almost 1 million men. It's been a pretty darn bloody war, and the Allies have lost significantly more, a couple million more at this point, but whatever. What matters is winning. What matters is going for checkmate. That's not true at all. Have you ever heard the term of a Pyrrhic victory? Just saying. But in this particular game, what matters is just going for the throat and actually winning a major war, taking a load of land. I'm just hoping we actually are going to get a meaningful amount of land. Vienna still isn't dead. Good lord, you fools. Take freaking Vienna. I care about nothing else. Surround and burn them down. Oh, yes, I know that it... Oh, look at all the overruns. I see all the red numbers saying, you're losing these fights! I don't believe it for a second. First off, hold, then attack, and look at that. We're going to be fully reinforced up to the combat width of 280. But who cares? Because even if they have all this defense, and it looks like it's all bad, what matters is they can't retreat, and every single one that loses organization then dies, which means it gets easier to focus fire, which means we just start exponentially murdering these fools. What is this? Serbia wants to send me divisions. Wow, amusing. I have zero use for that. Did you not know that the war is basically over? Oh, there goes the United Baltic Duchy. Look at France! Since the Napoleonic era, we haven't seen a France this swole. I ain't a fan of that. I ain't a fan of that at all. Someone burn France to the ground, please. Gosh. Anyways, what else do we want to work on? I mean, it's only 1919. There's kind of an odd period where we don't have a lot that we need to research. Could start working on some stuff. I guess we could start working on anti-air. Not that I need it right now. Oh, there we go. That ends the war. Not that we need it right now, but it would be good to have some anti-air available. So a lot of people are liberating countries, satelliting countries, changing governments, supervising states, blah, 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 blah. We are going to be taking stuff that should rightfully belong to me. I would love to retake my core states. I can't even do that. My God, I cannot begin to describe how much I despise the war score mechanics. We don't even get to take anything in Africa. I had claims down here. Oh, I guess we get to take this, but like, who really needs that, right? All right, well, we definitely need to start with my cores. South Tyrol, we've built up. We need to do that. Innsbruck, yes. I can't take Trieste, but we can at least get up to Tyrol, so let's do that. I have 607 points. We'll take this. I can't take Dalmatia. Take these. I'm a little bit wary of giving the Americans a lot of score here, but pass. Pass. It looks like the Ottoman Empire is going to be flipping, and Bulgaria is as well. So you're telling me, basically, that the Allies are going to prevent me from having very much fun. Is that it? So my only real option is to just eat as much of Austria as possible? All right, fine. Well, take Dalmatia, take Slovenia, take... I want to take Upper Austria, but we'll take this for now. So at least we get to control all this coast. Take this. Take Croatia. Can't get up here yet, but we will in a minute. The thing is, Austria is being released as an actual nation. So they're going to get to take a lot of their core states. But I can take all this at least. So that's something. Take. Pass. And then we want to take as much of this as we can. Which is not much. My God, I hate you all. At the very least, getting some extra supply, or sorry, resources will be nice. All right, pass, pass. Let's take over Transylvania. Romania is going to be very angry. And then beyond that, what else do we want? Well, I guess I will take this state down in Africa. It gives me at least a staging ground if I want it, for no particular reason. I wouldn't mind taking over some land up in northern Germany. We can at least have a colony. Sure, I'll take over Stettin too, why not? And I definitely feel like we take this. Even though it's gonna be, well, if I can. It's gonna be surrounded by territory I don't control, but at the very least, it's a load of resources. So let's see if we can take these. Not much. I think I'm just gonna have to accept that this is gonna be Border Gore Central. Yeah? I accept Border Gore. It is what it is. I can't take that much. I swear to God. I think that's everything. That is everything. All right, that's all we're able to take. All right. Italy got some land. We got 24 states overall. Okay. And Bavaria exists. The German Republic exists, though they still get to keep a lot of the Polish for some reason. There's the Polish Republic. Who the heck are you? Ukraine exists again. Don't tell the Soviets. Let's see. We have the Republic of Lithuania. The Polish Republic's up over here. It's a bit bizarre. Czechoslovakia, obviously a thing. And, of course, the Balkans have been released with quite a bit of territory, including Bosnia-Herzegovina, and so on. Austria, I hate you and I wish to kill, but I can't. Guess why? They're all a part of the Entente. Because the Entente is now the world alliance we basically created in early NATO in 1919. Of course, that's how it worked historically, too, and how long did that last? Great question. We can go for even more research slots? Jeezums. The frick am I supposed to do with that? All right, so hang on. If this is over, are we about to get the Treaty of Versailles event? Because if so, we might be able to finally start doing some other fun stuff. Like, for example, denounce Versailles and all that, and try to work for March on Rome and become fascist. I mean, I said I wouldn't do it, but I'm also a notorious liar. So, we might. Let's go for the research slot. That seems like it's always going to be good. We only got a couple more factories out of all of that. Oh my God. Well, I bet you are about to repair a lot. I'll bet you we are about to repair a whole heck of a lot. I'm not even going to bother wasting my air experience at this point. Forget that. Look at all the light tanks that we built but never actually used. Yeah, that's probably not wise. All right, let's go ahead and swap over to a new early heavy tank. In 3 years, we'll be able to research and upgrade. But hey, if we got factories going, let's go ahead and start working on some heavy tanks, and maybe we can start creating something a bit better. We have more dockyards as well. Really? Whatever shall do with dockyards? Build a frick ton of submarines? Why, you read my mind. 1,000,000 submarines and nothing else. So shall it be. Let it be written. Let it be so. More chromium from Greece, please. More rubber as well, please. Thank you. So really, what did I gain out of that whole arrangement? I mean, if we take a look at resources, the good news is I did manage to steal a fair bit of this. But here's the problem. Now I actually have to deal with the occupation of Austria. I already got 17% compliance because we have been keeping some of their land for a long time, so that helps. Same with the Germans. Turkey's looking fine. This is all a thing. We could return a bunch of territory to people, but I guess at the end of the day, why bother? Like, I'm not going to give this stuff back to the German Republic. Screw the German Republic. I ain't doing that, unless, of course, they want to become a super powerful ally who then, you know, kind of lights a tinderbox that destroys a lot of the world. I mean, there's that, but no, we're not gonna enable the rise of a certain mustache man. You get the idea. Regardless, I don't know. I'm trying to think if there's like clever ways to clear out some of the border gore and just create a lot of vassals, but I don't think there is. I don't think that there really is. So out of this, did we become a lot more powerful? Yes. Am I now going to have to use up a stinking load of manpower trying to keep these people under control? Also, yes. That's going to be a thing. Should I now duplicate out my cavalry and turn these into suppression divisions so we can have military police? Also, yes. That would be wise. We'll go ahead and save this for the moment. And if I can get military police installed on you, that would be great. In fact, let's go ahead and get rid of some of this stuff. We don't need you guys here either, and that'll work. All right, suppression divisions, military police. Boom. When we go to occupied territories, we go here, and we say suppression divisions. These are going to be the most cost-effective in terms of equipment and manpower in order to keep these guys good and properly suppressed. And if we want to double up on that, well, we just go for even more military police suppression bonus. Just like so. All right, so is there literally anything else to do? Except for getting occasional building slots wherever I have 10 infrastructure. Nope. I don't know of anything else really to do except for just continue working down this. I want to know at what point I'm going to be able to do something here. Austria has to exist. They do exist. Who here said that Austria didn't exist? They exist. It's a thing. Saint-Germain-en-Laye? I don't know. Denounce Versailles. Yeah, there's just no treaty. Who the heck decides if there's a Treaty of Versailles? World War I has ended. The world is knowing an unprecedented level of peace, even though we're all tense as frick. I don't know. For some reason, they're just not giving it to me. All right, fine. Let's go ahead and start working on some upgrades for my infantry, I do suppose. I was wondering if we should try to push a little bit toward World War II level of tech, but here's the thing. We got to go all the way until, like, 1940. Which, I don't know. Maybe this will still happen. There's, like, a specific time it has to happen. The Abyssinia crisis. See, 1921... If we were proto-fascist, something fun would happen here. But I can't be proto-fascist until 1920 and have the Reign of Terror. Which, by the way, for 730 days would get me a lot of political power and stability. Not to mention 65% popularity? Holy crud! Yeah, I mean, I obviously can't take on the entirety of the Allies solo, but, you know, depending on what ends up happening with Germany and stuff, it could happen. We'll see. Let me go ahead and jump forward a little bit just to see if anything happens. If nothing happens by like the 1920s, I guess we'll go ahead and end this series here because I don't plan on sitting back and waiting for World War II to begin. And God, this border gore just hurts my soul. Well, we've blown past January 10th, 1920, which I believe was the date of the Treaty of Versailles. So apparently it's not a superscript... Damn late. It's not a superscripted event. So... yeah, now I have absolutely no idea when we're actually going to be getting this event. Maybe never. Maybe we'll never gain this event. And the result will be that we'll be very sad, and we'll never get to become proto-fascists, which means we will never get to wreak terror upon the world. I don't know. Just a theory, but we'll find out. I'm going to give it a little bit longer, and then if nothing happens, we'll just go ahead and walk away. Oh good, we finished training up some light tank divisions. These guys are 40 combat width, so about as strong as I really can make them. Still not that great as far as the breakthrough, but at least it's a little bit better than it could have been, and light tanks are pretty easy for me to make, so that's a thing. But yeah, it's now June. This would theoretically be the earliest that I would be able to march on Rome, but given that there has been no Treaty of Versailles, given that I have no evidence there ever will be a Treaty of Versailles, I don't really know what to do. Maybe when we actually got the option to have the war end, the armistice, that might have been it. Do you think? Oh, crud. Could that have been the Treaty of Versailles moment right there? If we had gone into Berlin, the war would have just ended, we would have had Treaty of Versailles and would have gone from there. I'll bet you I wouldn't have gotten any lands, but I bet you I'd be able to continue down this route. Yeah, I don't know. There's something about the scripting of this mod that just doesn't really leave a lot of room for error or misunderstanding. That's something where a little tooltip would be nice. This will trigger the Treaty of Versailles. If you don't pick it, you might be locked out of some other options, if that makes much sense. So that's certainly a thing that I'm concerned about. But alright. Also, I gotta say, in general, this mod just needs a bit more love. So, I was looking at some of the other nations and their focus trees, and they're actually shockingly similar to each other. There's not quite the same level of depth and alternate history paths and so on you'd get from a lot of other mods, or of course the base game itself. Most of them look like some variation of exactly this, with minor changes. So, in general, while I think that fighting in World War I is cool, it's frustrating as heck because you really have to rethink the way you play the game to being a soft attack casualty focus rather than encirclement breakthrough focus, which is okay, sure, why not? But also just really needs more ways of actually kind of playing the game. And then yeah, now that I haven't triggered the Treaty of Versailles, there's nothing I can do. My game is effectively over right here. So I guess that's where we're going to end this series. Nonetheless, certainly good to be getting a bit of a primer going into the expansion where everything, and I mean everything, is going to change. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed this series. If so, I would ask you to hit that like button, leave a comment, subscribe, hit that notify bell, and I will see you guys next time.